Good afternoon or morning. Not exactly sure what to say here, Mr. Banta. I'm Bo Craycraft. I'm joined today by Todd Banta. You have found the Bluegrass Sports Network, and we are at Sower Soccer Complex for a little girls soccer today. Todd, we're trying to dodge a little rain.
Yes, sir, we are. Hopefully it'll pass.
Yep, it's a light drizzle, but we've got a little tent set up, so we're hoping that we can survive through this. We've got about 6 minutes left on the clock. We've got a district matchup, also a Frankfort rivalry. We got the Frankfort High Panthers versus the Franklin County Flyers.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of a weird year, of course, with COVID, but it's also weird because it's the final Saturday of the regular season, and you've got a district matchup, which is not the norm.
And not to mention the short season that everybody's getting to. It's just not – everybody's not been in a groove, and plus having to stop in the middle with this COVID like you mentioned.
Yeah, Franklin County had to take a two-week quarantine. Frankfort High did not, so your season has been even more wonky than normal.
It's been crazy.
We just talked about this being a district matchup. Both of these teams have gotten off to kind of a slow start in districts.
Yes, they have.
Both are 0-2 at this point.
Yep.
Franklin County, they've played Great Crossings and Western Hills.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I know they lost to Western Hills. That was a really tight game.
Tight match, yes it was.
A little unfortunate timing. You guys had just lost a couple key players to injury.
Yeah, we sure did. Ingrid Haig, we lost her. And other than that, I think that's the only one. That's funny because she's walking across the field right now. Poor kid.
Yeah, it's tough. Let's see if we can get a good look at her.
Yeah, Ingrid's great.
She's got a broken collarbone. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, she does.
Yeah. So there's
it actually is broken two places, and when the player landed on her, you should have seen it. It was absolutely crazy.
Well, I was actually there to see it,
yeah.
and it was a nasty collision, and she was pile-drived into the turf, and so sorry that we don't get to see her play, and it's just a shame that we, to see a senior get injured on their senior year. On the Frankfort High side, they lost to. We were here last weekend. They lost to Western Hills 1-0.
Yes.
It was a good game for Caroline McCarvey. She got 2 PK stops. She the defense kind of bend but did not break, as they say in football sometimes. And then they lost to Great Crossings, and Great Crossings has already locked up the 1 seed with 3 wins. So today we're trying to figure out kind of who is at that 3-4 seed.
Yeah.
So
that Great Crossing teams is undefeated right now, which last year they from last year to this year they've really put their team together.
They definitely have, and on the boys' side, they haven't lost in district yet. So it's we lost Woodford County in this district and picked up Great Crossings, and I don't know if one's better than the other. To be honest with you,
they're Woodford County.
They're both strong steps. So we got 3.5 minutes on the clock. We're going to take a real quick break. We want to highlight some of our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to provide these games for you all. Good to be here. Excited about some girls soccer.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork, and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
Welcome back to the Bluegrass Sports Network. Horn just sounded, and the ladies are heading out to take their positions. Got a light drizzle here. But other than that, it's actually not too bad. Temperature-wise, it feels pretty good. Looks like Franklin County is going to get us started. Allison Wells on top on the ball there. You want to highlight maybe a couple key players here for Franklin County that maybe we should keep our eyes on?
Well, you've got your players up top. You've got Mo Wells, you got Allison Wells, and you got Taylor, which all can score at will. You've got your midfield with Grace Parker and Emily Allen. That usually gets the ball distributed up to where it needs to be. And you got your wings here with Haviland. Well, actually, he's playing a little bit different situation here. Marley Sparks, number 7, and Haviland Harris with the throw-in right now. Usually can get the ball up top pretty quick, too, and we do a lot of switching, too. So sometimes they'll switch. Haviland will come up, and one of the offensive players will come back, and we've scored from – we're pretty much able to score from the backfield, too, a lot of times if they play it right.
Early free kick there. That was Emily Mana, but she goes by E-Ray. You guys got quite a few nicknames, right? You got Chicken Allen.
Chicken Allen, and they call Taylor T, and Mo, or Wells is Mo.
Amelia Wells is Mo.
Yeah.
So
they had a couple years ago. They all had, and then Audrey Wells is Pup. I don't know them all. They've all have some kind of nickname, but I don't know them all. I think it's kind of fun.
Now, on the Frankfort High side, I know number 1, Annabelle Young, is one to watch.
Yes.
She usually plays in the midfield. Number 11, Sawyer Shaw, is also somebody that is very active for the Panthers.
Her brother, Ethan Young, played a couple years ago and was a very good player also.
And then number 4 is a senior, Callie Perry. Actually, she's a junior. But she's been a starter for a couple of years. She does a really nice job there in that center back role.
Right. Looks like they've got one sub. Are they missing some players, Bo?
They have a couple girls that play volleyball, and so I know the volleyball team is in Somerset today.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, Daniel Rogers historically has had a short bench. He and Lewis Tandy this year have had to learn how to manage games with few subs. We did a boys game, and they basically don't sub. They just move kids around, try to give them a break in other positions. But
right.
That was Claire Moore with the clearance. Akinsumbo trying to get out, but Allison Wells wins that ball. And
is Clarabelle or Annabelle, is she the leading scorer for their team?
I do believe so.
That's what I was thinking too.
They played Gallatin County the other night and got a 4-0 win. She had a really nice free kick.
Yeah.
This is Margie Walters. She's unable to get out. And that was the other. There's 3 Wellses is what also, so that makes things more difficult too. You have 3 sisters playing. Amelia Wells, Allison Wells.
Great crossings the other night. They kept calling in subs. They kept saying Wells sub, and they're like, which one? So there's 3.
And we had 2 sets of brothers in the Great Crossing Frankfort High game the other night, and on both sides you had a Preston. You had a Preston Barber and a Preston Welch, so it makes for a difficult call sometimes.
Now, counties, they've gotten spoilt, I guess, because they're used to playing on this turf now, and they were expecting that ball to travel back to the keeper there a little bit faster than pace than it's doing, and that grass is really slowing it down, especially with the rain right now.
I will say, Sower Soccer Complex is actually in really good shape for this time of year.
Yeah.
It's got a few soft spots, but it's gotten a lot less play with the county
school. It's a lot less abuse. Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
COVID season also pushed the start date back, so it had a little bit more time to kind of grow.
It looks really good. I'm looking really forward to seeing the new lights they've got out here. That they've really made some changes out here.
I think the only thing unfortunate is that somebody drove across the field, and there's the one wet spot. You can see it right here on the near side.
Yeah.
One of the sprinklers, I think I heard the coaches saying it leaks a little bit.
Yeah, it leaks a lot, it looks like.
And so,
you talking about right here?
Yeah, right in front of us on the right side. We'll see it when we pan the opposite way.
Oh, early shot by
Banta.
Now, that girl knows to lean forward on that ball, and she leaned back one on that one. I'm sure she's going to get a stern talking to.
She was trying to reach out for it, too. The ball wasn't quite in her wheelhouse.
Right.
That's a tough
that was a tough ball to get. Yep.
McClovic clears, but that is Grace Parker.
Yep.
Now, the team has 8 or 9 seniors. Is that correct?
We got 10 seniors.
10 seniors. I know it feels like a year ago, but it was literally a month ago. We did your all-senior night against Woodford County.
Shot by Allison Wells.
And you guys recognize those young ladies.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually a really good game. I know you guys came off on the
losing end of that.
But that was for a girls' soccer game, it was high quality.
Hard-fought match for sure. Absolutely, both sides.
Good little combination there through Allen. Good ball out wide there. That's Allison Wells. And is she going to earn a corner? Allison is the oldest of the 3 Wells. The other 2 are sophomores, correct? She's a senior.
And Amelia and Audrey are twins. I don't know if you knew that or not. Yeah, they're twins.
I did know that. My son is the same age as them. So he's actually, back in the day in Collins Lane Elementary, they went to school together.
Mo's always been super athletic, and Audrey has been very athletic too. But Audrey this year has really cranked it on and is doing quite well out there on the field. Very impressed with that young lady this year.
I know, Mo and Allison both have recently recovered from ACL injuries, correct?
Every one of those kids have had an ACL. Now, Mo has had 2.
Okay, and because
both legs.
Am I correct that she originally wasn't going to play soccer, and then
she is a fantastic basketball player and didn't want to play soccer this year because she wanted because of what's happened to her every year.
And they've got quite the basketball program.
They do.
Coach Stacker has it rolling over there at Franklin County,
and she's definitely an asset to the team. And she wanted to play this year, so hopefully she'll remain injury-free through this year, the soccer season. And we're absolutely tickled to have her.
She had a hat trick last week, right? One of your games, maybe Bryan Station.
Yeah, she's definitely an asset to this team also.
That was Audrey that you just mentioned.
Number 1, yep.
Early on, we're seeing, Franklin County's winning all those 50-50 balls. Frankfort High is having a hard time kind of getting out of their own defensive half. That was Allison Wells looking for Allen.
Over to Grace Parker.
She finds Parker. Thought she might try to take a swing at that, but now it's Banta. She goes out wide to Harris. Good little combination there from the Flyers. I think that was
offside. Yeah.
That Parker.
Yeah, Grace Parker.
Good idea. Just
a step off.
Ran a little bit offside. Also make note today that Frankfort High is being led by Jason Shaw, who's the assistant coach. Coach Daniel Rogers is not with the team today. He had a little situation with an official. Nothing bad, but got a red card, and so he's having to sit out today. Actually, spoke with Daniel. I think he was treated harshly, but that happens.
Oh, good ball. Oh,
A really nice save there from McClavic. Was that Allison Wells with the shot?
Allison Wells with shot, or Banta with the assist, and Wells with the shot there. Allison Wells. We got a substitution on the field. We've got Jaden Dummett. Is that her? Did she just come in?
I think that, number 34.
And Mo is leaving the field, Amelia Wells.
Now, is she kin to the Dummett on the boys' side?
I believe that she is, but I tell you what, this little girl is something to watch. I've been watching her a lot the last couple games, and I talked to her last night and told her that how good I thought she was playing, and she has got some wheels. Wait till you see this little girl run. She
very nice ball in there from Monin.
Yeah. She's got some wheels on her. She's really fast to be the size she is. She just she can track down somebody for sure. And she plays with her heart too, so she really puts it out there when she plays. Good pull down from Emily Allen there. Chicken.
So Atkins Stumbo, she clears it off of Dummett for a Frankfort High throw-in. We're just over 10 minutes in here at Sower Soccer Complex. I'm Bo Craycraft, joined today by Todd Bana.
Now, is that Greg Stumbo's daughter?
I'm not sure. I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, because Miles was his son.
Yeah.
So
he was here the other night running the scoreboard, so I assume
him.
that is the case.
Yeah, Miles graduated the same year that McClavic did. No, wait a minute. He graduated a couple years before that.
This is Sawyer Shaw and Dummett battling there.
Out on Marley Sparks, number 7. That wind's catching that mic a little bit.
Margie Walters putting the Flyers under a little pressure. Forces a clearance there.
There's a girl that's very worth being noted is Avery, number 32. She has made some incredible saves this year. Absolutely vital to our defense.
Yeah, Sanford, right?
There's Avery Sanford. Yes,
she is somebody that I noticed when we did the Woodford County game because, Emily Monin had to take a break.
Yeah.
Shot there from Annabelle Young. So first shot on goal. Also our first opportunity to mention the goalkeeper for Franklin County. She's a senior, correct?
Yes.
Taylor Manley?
Taylor Manley. Uh-huh. And that girl has come a long way in the last 2 years, too. She plays her heart out. She's been plagued with a lot of injuries and stuff, but she's doing quite well.
Getting back to Sanford, Woodford County game, you lost Monin. She basically didn't play the second half, and Sanford came up really big a couple times.
She sure did.
So she's definitely been a big part of your all's program this year. Klavic trying to connect with Young. Good step there from Franklin County.
Audrey Wells with the ball. Well,
I'm going to call a foul on Frankfort High there.
Yep.
I think that was
didn't
Mia
quite see that one.
Canet. Our center referee tonight is Shree. I've worked with Shree a couple times. He was the new referee of the year in KHSAA last year. So we have a full slate of games. We're not going to be able to cover it, but at 4 o'clock, Frankfort High boys are going to play. So I expect to see him refereeing that one as well. Good ball in. Taylor. She makes a turn. Nice left-footed shot.
What are they calling here?
I'm not sure what they called there. It was a good save.
Yeah, but what was the call?
Looks like maybe they were calling a handball and a deflection, I think off the save maybe.
Okay.
I didn't have a great angle.
I didn't either.
No one was really complaining. And that's what I try to do is look at the kids.
Yeah, exactly. Watch their hand gestures and body movements, yeah.
Especially with girls. I know that It's not always the case.
A little
but,
dramatic sometimes.
Well, and sometimes they can be a little bit more honest than the boys.
Yeah.
I know that's not always the case, so you probably could tell me a few that try to cut the corners.
The bad thing is they usually tell on themselves, even if the ref don't see it, and they're over there going, oops, and they're like, they should just play it off sometimes.
Yeah. Good step there from Audrey Wells. Moore has to clear, but can't clear it beyond this Parker.
Yes, Grace Parker, number 14.
She plays in. Wells got her arm up there, but no call. She plays the ball across the frame.
Banta just wasn't quite there.
And they didn't have anybody on that back post either.
Played in.
Got a good ball in, but McClavic is able to collect that. So that was a good opportunity there from the Flyers.
It was. They should have stepped in on that for sure. Step.
This is Dummett. She looking for Grace Parker. Little stumble there, but she keeps possession somehow. She and Moore are fighting it. I think it's going to be saved for a throw-in. We got a substitution here. I think that was Mo Wells coming back into the game. The rain stopped, so I'm going to try to take this trash bag off here in just a second. There we go.
The sun's trying to pop out a little bit.
It's trying, and we were getting it. It was blowing a little bit in the screen, so hoping that we can.
Oh, that's
another good idea there.
Yeah, it was a good ball right there. Yeah, throw in for Franklin County here.
Allen out to Bana, back to Allen. Nice little combination there.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that. They work real good together right there. And that's a
corner kick.
Yep. I'd imagine this corner kick will be taken by Emily Monin, better known as E. Ray.
Appreciate folks joining us on the Bluegrass Sports Network. We're about 17 minutes in. I'm Bo Craycraft, joined today by Todd Banta. Todd, appreciate you joining us here on a somewhat rainy, but as you mentioned, the sun's trying to give us a little reprieve. Great ball.
Oh, it just goes over
just
the top
a little
there.
high. Looked like a good ball from here.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
appreciate the opportunity to do this. They've really got a good program going on here, and you guys ought to tell everybody you know about this. It's great. You know, a lot of people can't get out and watch these games, and even at this game right here, I don't know if you can see the stands or not, but it's kind of. We were just talking before the game. It's kind of ominous. You know, there's no one sitting in the stands, and we've got people over on side just because they want to watch their kids and they love the game. But yet with this COVID-19, we're not able to. So
yeah, Frankfort Independent, the school board just made a decision just to not allow any fans. So it's not just away; it's home and away. So it impacts both sides. They've done it for all sports, and so
when their parents get bussed in, what do they do with their parents? They just have to sit outside somewhere, or in the car?
They just sit outside. Yeah.
Wow.
You know. And it feels weird, and initially you're like, I want to see my kid play, but
sure,
we want our kids to
safe too.
Our kids are playing, and we get to watch it. And as you can see on screen, there's several fans behind the stands.
Shot by Allison Wells.
Really nice shot. McClavic must not have got a touch.
No, she did definitely got a touch on it.
But we've had folks out in the softball fields on the far side there. We've definitely have folks on the goal behind the goal here. So. And then that's one of the reasons why we've tried to stream as many of these games as we can.
Absolutely. What a great service you guys are providing.
We're just happy to get to showcase the kids. We're happy they're getting to play. McClavic with the goal kick.
I don't understand the whole KSHA thing and what they're doing with you guys. I I think if a lot of people stand up and say something about this, then maybe they'll bend a little bit, because there's no reason that, because you guys are providing a service that everybody wants.
Yeah.
I mean, people want to watch this, and it's not like you're not.
We're not making a ton of money. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know that you've been with us on a couple of streams.
Yeah.
And, I understand that the KHSA is in some financial, they're in a tough situation financially. They've had to cancel several state tournaments.
Yes, sir.
Your all's girls basketball team was impacted with the Sweet 16 getting canceled.
Yeah, no, that was terrible.
So
because they usually do quite well in that.
Thankfully, we've been able to grab some sponsors. We have Charles T. Mitchell, local accounting firm here in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yeah.
They jumped on board immediately, and so we're very thankful for them. We also have Traditional Bank, who also sponsors the Traditional Bank Player of the Week. So I think your daughter was that this season. Is that correct?
Oh, that's in.
Is that a goal?
That's a goal, and that was by, I believe that was Allison Wells. She finished that. Yes, she did. That was definitely Allison. Number 17, Allison Wells for Franklin County scores on a ball played in by Emily Monin.
E-Ray to Wells.
E-Ray, yep. Well, it bounced around in there a little bit, and then Wells finally come up with it.
She put it in the mix, though, and
yes, sir,
Wells buried it. So we're about 20 in, halfway through the first half. Franklin County grabs the first goal here at Sower Soccer Complex. 1-0 Flyers. Our clock on our score bug is a little bit behind. We're about 30 seconds behind, so there's actually about 19:15 left on the clock
nice
here.
Ball. Nice work there by Audrey Wells.
We'll get that fixed at a dead
over
ball.
Banta.
Banta's got some space.
Out to dumb it. Oh, just missed it. And that
she almost chased it down.
I told you that kid's fast, and she about ran that one down. There we go. Got Harris there up on the wing, and Harris recovers. Up, ball's taken by Franklin County.
I think that's Margie Walters.
Number 12, yeah. What's her name?
Margie Walters. Feels like the Flyers prefer that right side. They've been attacking that right side quite a bit.
Not a lot of switching, are they?
This is Banta that's in. She gets a touch across her body.
Over to Amelia Wells, Mo.
Dummett tries to keep it in. Good pressure there, but going to go out for a goal kick for the Panthers.
I'm glad to see that Dummett's getting a lot more playing time. She works her butt off when she's out there for sure. Got Mo Wells over to Banta. Banta turns and shoots. Collected by McClavick.
Now the Flyers are coached by head coach John Sutphin, assisted by Bill Schneider.
Yes, sir.
And I think I saw on the interwebs that Coach Sutphin just clipped 100 wins in a career here at Franklin County.
Yes, sir, he did.
So
he's got his career 100 win 2 games ago. And unfortunately, the last 2 games we have played, we have not won.
So he's still on 100?
He's still on 100.
The goal isn't to stay there, right?
Yeah, right. We don't want you to stay there, John. We want you to move up, please.
Ball trickles out. It's going to be a goal kick.
So the winner of this game will play Hills, if I'm correct. Yes?
Yep, and I got a note this morning. The district tournament's going to be a little different this year than it has been in the past. Great Crossing is hosting. In the years past, you've had Monday night was the 1 seed versus the 4 seed, boys and girls. Tuesday night was the 2-3 seed. But what they're going to do this year is Monday night is going to be girls semifinals. Tuesday night is going to be boys semifinals.
No, they're hosting all those games at Great Crossings.
At Great Crossings.
Ooh, dumb it. Careful.
Ball got just a bit away from her. McClavic is quick off her line. So the girls will play Monday night. I assume the 1-4 seed will be the opening night game, just to give them a little extra rest, but I don't know that for a fact.
1 seed being Great Crossings, and 4 is
going to be the
determination of this game.
Yeah, if this current result stands, Frankfort High will be the 4 seed. They will play Great Crossing.
Yep.
And that would make Western Hills. I think Western Hills has the 2 seed locked up because they have the head-to-head win against you all.
Yeah.
So if these results stand, it will be County versus Hills and Great Crossing versus Frankfort, and that would be Monday night, 6 and 8. I don't know exactly which is which. On the boys' side, we have a big game tonight at Great Crossings between Hills and Great Crossings, and that will determine the 1, 2, and 3 seed, depending on that result. Right. So there's a chance that you're going to have 3 teams with a 2-1 record if Western Hills wins this evening.
Gotcha.
Throw in here from
over to Grace Parker.
She tried to get to that byline.
She tried to get it. Yeah.
Goes out for a goal kick.
Oh, nice move by Mo Wells there. Taylor
gets through.
Yeah.
That is Chicken Allen. Is that Chicken Allen?
Emily Allen have the great shot just over to the right side a little bit. Good ball played in by Banta. Just off the mark a little bit. She's going to get the next one. Good pull down by Allen.
Now, I didn't get a chance this morning, but your daughter Taylor Banta is the leading scorer, correct? Or is it?
Yes, sir.
I know you guys spread it around a little bit. Mo Wells scores some goals.
Yeah, they're between her and Mo and Allison. It's a pretty tight knit, but I believe you are correct that Taylor is the leading scorer.
So you guys kind of have 3 primary scorers. Yeah. I know Allen, and she's always been more of kind of the playmaker, so to speak, in that midfield.
Yeah, her and Grace Parker both. But Allen's got a couple goals herself, and she's no slouch up there, and she can really put the ball in the net. Oh, get there. Oh.
Is that going to go out for a corner? It is?
It is, yep.
So we're going to see a little dose of E-Ray here, Emily Monin.
That's daughter of Dr. Monin. He's a heart surgeon here in town. He's a wonderful guy. Unfortunately, he's been called out of town. You don't get a chance to usually see him at every single game. But he's doing some continued education in Nashville. I believe it's Nashville. No, it's not.
Good
Nashville.
ball in. Frankfort High
Memphis.
Cannot clear it. I think that was Grace Parker that got a touch on it, but unable to get it on frame. Got a substitution here. This is Allison Wells. Yep. Re-entering.
Can you imagine being in their household with those Wells girls, with them getting ACLs back-to-back year after year?
I can't imagine
that would have been.
It's a really nice. This is Allen
they're
again.
Great kids. Allen with the shot there just goes wide right. Had it on frame. He had it at the right positions, just missing the mark a little bit to the right there.
Well, when we were at the Woodford County game, I think I mentioned this, but I think I saw their mother had posted on Facebook that this was the first time in their, I guess, high school career that they all 3 had been on the field at the same time.
Not injured or something.
You know, in an actual game. This is Banta picking it up. She's being by Shigola, defended by Shigola.
Ooh, stopped by McClavic there. Good shot by Taylor Banta there.
Yeah, Shigola did just enough to make that angle a little more tough for Taylor.
Yeah, she cut her off.
We're under 12 minutes here at Sower Soccer Complex. 1-0 Franklin County on a goal from Allison Wells.
Oh, good stop by Grace Parker.
Here's Wells on the ball. She's got Banta wide.
Wells out to Banta.
She cuts it to her left.
Oh, nice ball. Good throw in Franklin County. So you're recording what games do you got going on later on today?
We're going to be at Great Crossings tonight. Good little individual move. Mo Wells on the end of it. Chose to use that right foot. Maybe could have used that left there and gone across to that far post. But that's
maybe at least make her stretch for it, right?
Good save by McClavic.
Yeah.
Frankfort High is just struggling to get out of their own half here.
Ball up by E-Ray there to Taylor.
A lot of pressure here.
Ball cleared out of the backfield.
That was Carrie Rogers. Now you got Harris with the throw. Good battle there between Young and Audrey Wells. Out for a throw in for the Panthers.
Try to stay back out of this wind a little bit. I know that's got to be loud.
It seems that every time we end up at a football field or a soccer field, it's just the nature of the beast.
Oh, yeah,
there's wind. You're kind of usually up in the air a little bit.
Header from Taylor Banta there, just heads towards the backfield.
Evelyn Harris with it. She's looking wide. Parker. She plays it out wide here. No, I thought she was playing out here to Sparks.
Sparks, yeah.
But she chose to keep it.
Oh, nice
ball. That's a good ball to Mo Wells. She's getting on that preferred right foot. She's going to wind one up here. Nope.
Over to her sister, Allison. Oh, McCloud with the grab there.
I think Mo Wells maybe could have taken one there with that right foot. I know she's got a good strike.
Yeah, and she had kind of an open channel there to get that in. Marley Sparks here to track it down. Played back to the keeper, Manley. See, that's what I was saying a while ago. Typically on that turf field, that ball would have made it some speed back to them, and they're not realizing that this ball, not only with that water being there on the field, like you said, but being grass, it doesn't travel near as fast.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Oh, that was a terrible throw in. She knew it immediately. Yeah. There's that body language we talked about.
Yeah, yeah, I did it.
She makes that call pretty easy.
Yeah, one touch.
Around her, yeah. She's trying to get to that. She's going to keep it in play. Good work back there from Stumbo, Atkins Stumbo, and Carrie Rogers there to release some pressure.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to dig that part of that field up. That is kind of wet right there. When they stepped in, it was kind of smushy. A little bit of water splashed up. Oh.
Wells again. She's going to pick up a foul. She looks like she's okay. I think she's kind of laughing a little bit too.
Tripped up a little bit.
She tried to stay on her feet, couldn't quite keep her feet, and so is this a E-Ray situation here? I know she's pretty dangerous on these free kicks.
Actually, she's put several of them in from this far out. We'll see what she does. She'll probably actually play it to over the right side.
Only have a two-man wall, which is a lot of times in these situations you at 3 or 4. She's going to go short.
Go short to
Allison Wells. The ball's still there. Is that?
Oh, shot by Allen.
Chicken Allen.
It goes in. I knew she'd end up getting. Well, she's taking a bunch of shots, and that one deserves to go in right there.
That was a really nice first touch.
She needed that. Absolutely.
Great. She set it up with her right foot, played it over to her left, and then was able to just kind of chip it up above Caroline McClavic.
Yep.
And so the Flyers here, clock stops at 6:22. Our clock is a little bit behind. Free kick from Emily Monin. She played it short to Allison Wells. Allison Wells played it into the mix. Chicken Allen on the end with the finish.
Who got the assist on that? Did you
I would say that would be Wells.
Yeah,
if she
that's what I
played
was
that
thinking
original
too,
ball
yeah.
in. So 2-0 here.
Some nice ball movement in the back there.
You can hear Coach
Grace
Sutphin
Carter.
really encouraging that play. He likes the ball moving a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You see a little switch fields there. This is Walters.
Got Audrey Wells tracking that ball down. Over to
Harrison
Harris.
keeps it in play, but
Back out to high. And once again, we've got Audrey comes up with the ball.
I think this is Haley Graham. She plays to Sawyer Shaw. Annabelle Young trying to connect there with.
Oh, unlucky there.
Yeah, it's a good step from the Sparks, but plays the ball out. Good little first touch there from Sawyer Shaw, but Flyers will play it back to Manley. She's got Harris out wide there.
That girl, I don't know if you've watched her her punt, but she'll make it past the 50-yard line just about every time. Of course, it's kind of hard to tell here, just past center field. But she was hitting the other night. She was hitting about the onto the 45 of the other side. So she keeps reaching out there a little bit further with that kick, and it's
That's Allen finding Parker.
getting better all the time.
Now they're looking for Banta.
There's a windup and a shot. There's a pretty good shot. Put it right at the goalie's hands, though.
Good strike, first time strike there. Franklin County's definitely started moving that ball a little bit quicker.
Oh, yeah, there's a foul.
That'd be a foul there on Young.
Annabelle Young there.
Grace Parker will pick up that foul.
We got a bunch of water right there in that section too. Is that right in there too?
I don't know if it's water. You can definitely see where there's areas that have a little more wear for sure.
Well, they've gone down a couple times right there. That's what I was wondering. There's been a couple people fall, right in that area. It's got to be quite slippery. Job, Marley Sparks. That'll be a deflection off of high and throw in Franklin County. Got a substitution on the field. We've got Anne-Marie Bentley coming in for Franklin County. And number 15, or is that 16? Number 16 for high. Is that 16?
Yeah, that's number 16.
16, yeah.
Jewel Mueller.
Now, is that Gary Mueller's daughter?
Your guess, I assume,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's not a ton of Muellers.
Yeah, I think it's his daughter, yeah.
Audrey Wells throw in. Ball back to her. She's trying to
Oh, Allison was there. Yeah.
connect with Parker. Back to Wells, and she will throw it in again. She's looking for her sister.
You notice something about this number one on our team. It's Audrey Wells. She is almost in every play of the game lately.
Well, and early in the year, she was playing more kind of like a left or right wing, correct?
Yeah, she's
and
getting involved
now
in just
she's
about every play.
playing. She's playing more of a defensive mid, maybe center mid.
I love it. The kid plays hard. She was telling me last night that she, in case her parents are listening, that she wants to play select this year. So I put a little plug in there for her.
Well, I know her sister played for several years at
Bluegrass
before kind of.
So did Mo. Her and Mo both did. Mo's always played up a couple years. Mo's
Yep.
always played up two
She
years.
played with that group that you had Emily Allen playing for that group, and
Taylor played there. with them for
Taylor
a
and
while.
Ingrid Hag. So a lot of this team has played together.
Yeah.
Emily E-Ray played there as well, correct?
Grace Parker, yeah, Ingrid. Yeah, it's been about 6 or 7 of them all together. Yeah, we made up better than half the team there for Bluegrass for a long time.
Minute and a half left here in the first half. 2-0 Franklin County. Goals by Allison Wells and Emily Chicken Allen. I'm Bo Craycraft, joined today by Todd Banta. Good to be here with you folks.
Ball played out of bound by County by Young.
That was Margaret Wilkerson, number 3, trying to get on the end of that pass from Annabelle Young. Not quite able to, so Flyer throw in. One Wells looking for another Wells.
I didn't even see the substitute they had. They had Dummett come in earlier.
She's on that far side.
Yep.
She's got the bright yellow shoes. That's how I kind of keep.
Yeah. I've always done that too. I've identified people by their cleats. It's a lot easier a lot of times. There we go.
Ball squeezes through just wide. That was Allison Wells. 35 seconds left on the clock. So McClovic will play it back in. She's probably going to take a little bit of time here. They'd probably like to get to half and collect their breath. They only have one sub this afternoon.
Oh, good stop there. Good pull down by Mo.
Mo Wells is in.
Defender. Oh, there
she goes down. I don't
there.
think she's going to get that one. She kind of went down pretty easy. But that was Audrey Wells that's going to pick up a foul here. Yeah. 2.5 seconds left. Probably not going to get it in play.
No.
They are not. And so we've reached halftime here at Sower Soccer Complex. Franklin County Flyers lead Frankfort High Panthers 2-0. Goals by Allison Wells and Emily Chicken Allen. We'll take a quick break. Todd and I will join you back here on the Bluegrass Sports Network. We thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
I'm Dr. Jenny Millen. I'm owner and chiropractor at Triple Crown Chiropractic and Wellness. I started this practice in 2010, and traditional bank is the 4th bank I've tried. After switching, I feel like I'm home. I'm from a small town, and that hometown feel of knowing that they care about where you are now and where you are going in the future, that is a win-win for me.
Visit Lex by default is community focused. We're here to stimulate the economy locally and keep our hospitality industry running. When we made the switch to traditional bank, it was so easy. We're treated like we are the biggest client that traditional has. They're our neighbors, they're in our community, they're with us side by side. I'm Patricia Knight, Vice President of Finance and Operations with Visit Lex, and we're a community partner of Traditional Bank.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Bluegrass Sports Network. I'm Bo Craycraft, joined today by Todd Banta. We are just a few seconds, 12 seconds away from the horn, and shortly we'll get the second half started here at Sower Soccer Complex. As you can see on our scorebook, Franklin County up 2-0.
Yep.
They controlled much of the possession. Frankfort High had a couple chances. Probably the best chance was a opportunity from Annabelle, but that was right at Manley, and she was able to collect. So Frankfort High is making their way out. They will get us started. As we get started, I want to make a note that I have been mispronouncing Callie. I've been calling Callie Perry Callie Rogers, and I got a text from Coach Rogers, and he's like, her name is Callie Perry, and I was like, I'm an idiot.
You're fine, man.
But
I
actually went to school with a Carrie Rogers, and I guess that was just in my brain.
We were announcing the game last night for the Bluegrass homeschool team.
Yeah.
And there were some girls on there that the names were super hard to, and we even had to go out to the parents and ask them what their names were in the beginning. So
I get it.
It happens.
We try to get rosters, and then we try to ask the coaches to help us pronounce names.
Yeah.
And I have a roster, and it says Callie Perry. So
gotcha.
I can't read. But so we apologize to her family, and we will get that right. Number 4.
Got a throw in by Haviland Harris here, number 6 for Franklin County. Over to Mo Wells. Back out to Haviland Harris. She's looking for Audrey Wells in the backfield. Over to Grace Parker. Which kind of gets squeezed out in the middle there. Over to Emily Allen. Back to Haviland Harris.
A little collision there. Yeah. No call, though. Franklin County has it.
To Taylor Banta.
I think Taylor may have been in an offside position. I couldn't
so.
tell.
I believe she was, yeah.
That's Wells again. Audrey Wells, like you mentioned.
He was calling something there. I'm not sure what he was trying to call. AR had his flag up there.
That's Sawyer Shaw playing the ball, trying to play the ball over the top, but Frankfort High will play back to Manley. And she clears, and this is Allen with a little space.
Over to Taylor.
She is onside, cuts it to her right.
Collected by McClovick.
I think she maybe had time for one more good touch to set herself up, but really nice cutback to get to her right side.
She's been scoring a lot. Her javelin coach has really got her working on her left foot, and she's scored several times so far this year with her left foot, and I'm very impressed because that's a good tool to have in your bag of tricks. That ball was definitely out there. Yep.
Throw in there, and
ball played off a high by E-Ray there.
I think that was off of 5, Haley Graham.
Oh, nice throw in. Of course,
good win there by Annabelle Young.
Audrey plays basketball too, and she's got a pretty good throw-in. Her and Mo both will throw the ball pretty far.
Last touch there by Graham.
Yep.
There's Perry with the clearance. Mo Wells looking for a teammate.
Yeah.
Looking and looking.
And Allison there. Ooh.
That was Perry again. Good defending. She clears it out for a Frankfort High throw-in. Or Franklin County throw-in. I apologize.
Haviland to Allison. And ball just out of bounds a little bit there. Throw in for Frankfort High.
You can see a few of the Frankfort High boys soccer players. They've got a JV varsity match here at 2 and 4, so they are going to catch the last few minutes of the girls' game here before they get started. As we talked about in the first half, if this result holds, it'll be Western Hills, Franklin County on Monday night. Great Crossing. Frankfort High will face Great Crossing as the 4 seed. Great Crossings is 3-0 on the district.
Ball played over to Taylor Banta, just short.
Frankfort High just needs to try to release pressure. You know, they haven't been able to hold on to the ball really long enough to take a breath, and you only have one sub, so it's a tough situation already.
They're getting run pretty, quite a bit. Yeah, I'd imagine they're pretty tired. It's a bad throw in there. Got Allison Wells on the wing there, bringing it in. Handball. Yep.
It did look like it from here. Banta cuts the corner, though.
Shot goes wide right.
She's had a couple chances here. In the first half, we talked about, Chicken Allen was knocking on the door. I think Banta's knocking on the door.
She's got to get one eventually, yeah. It's due to her. She's had a lot of shots, a lot of good looks, and she's given up a lot of passes and stuff too. So we'll see what happens here. Brought down by Mo. Ooh, yeah, please be careful, yeah.
Yeah, you'd always like to see the attacker pull up.
Yeah.
Audrey Wells, again, not afraid to try to win those 50-50 balls.
She gets in there.
There she is.
The kid hustles. The kid hustles for sure.
I think that was Wilkerson throwing the ball into Graham. A little miscommunication there from Frankfort High. Two girls.
Ooh.
Good step there from Annabelle Young. She plays the ball out wide to, I think that's
Avery bringing it up on the
Walters.
swing
there. Avery Sparks steps in, and she's got some space too. This is Sanford, sorry.
Avery Sanford, yeah. Back out to Emily Allen there. Emily to play it up to Banta. Oh,
she's got a chance.
Oh,
just wide.
Just keeps missing it.
She keeps getting closer, though. She keeps getting closer. That was closer than that last one.
Yeah. Yep.
I was watching that throw in. I don't know if you read at all online. I don't know if you follow any of the Premier League stuff, but
a little bit.
There was a press release from Arsene Wenger, who was the coach of Arsenal forever.
Yeah.
He is now on the FIFA Rules Committee, and
Wow.
he was talking about some potential rules. One of which this might blow your mind a little bit. one of which being no throw-ins.
What?
That they would play it by foot. So, and his argument, and I think it makes some sense when you read the whole thing, is he basically says when you take a throw-in, you take a player off the field. And so now you are a man down.
True.
And they've looked at like the history of and the data, and most teams with the throw-in lose the possession within 2 touches.
Yep.
Because you're throwing a ball in the air instead of playing it to their feet. And so the argument being, like in futsal, you just set the ball down and you play.
Right.
But here's it gets even crazier. Talking about taking free kicks to yourself, quick kicks, where you could set the ball, take a touch, and then start dribbling, which I think's. And then a third change was on corner kicks, if the ball swings out behind the goal, it's still in play as long as it doesn't touch outside the touch line. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could play a swinging ball that would come from behind the goal. And so those were 3 potential rule changes that they were talking about. There's a lot of chatter, on Twitter and I get the ideas behind the throw-in one. The data kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does, but it's going to be hard to change something like that that's been set in stone for as long as it has. So
I think the corner kick rule would cause some collisions. This is
Wells.
Wells. Good little individual move there to create some space. She well defended there by Moore, but even better individual move by Wells. Good little touch there from E-Ray.
Over to Audrey Wells to Grace Parker. Grace Parker to
got her
Mo
heads
Wells.
up. She finds Mo Wells.
Tracking it down. We've got.
She's going to try a little cutback.
Got a
good defending there from Callie Perry. Get that name right.
You almost had to check that sheet again, didn't you? You got a corner kick taken by Emily Monin. Better known as E-Ray. Oh, my bad.
So we got a corner kick. They created a couple of dangerous opportunities in the first half with these.
Absolutely. And she puts in a great ball, too. Ball's up. Oh, good header. Whew.
Just wide. And that was that Allison Wells?
I believe it was.
McClavic tries to take a little quicker kick there, maybe before Franklin County could get set.
Yeah. Oh,
Shaw with playing on, so that was definitely a foul, but he's giving Franklin County the advantage.
Advantage there, yep.
I don't know that they actually ended up with an advantage.
A little bit of bumping going on there.
So we're going to have a throw-in for Franklin County. Looks like Harris is going to take it. This is Young to Graham. Her touchlets are down.
To Mo Wells, and that was off of Frankfort High.
Should go with there with good defending. Because if Mo Wells gets that touch, I think she's got some space. Perry just plays it out for a throw-in.
Back to Haviland Harris. Played up to Mo Wells with just a touch on to Allison.
She's in because she couldn't get her
here.
head up.
Oh, shot by Allison Wells.
She had Chicken Allen on top of the box if she could have played that back.
Yep.
But she was under a little pressure there from Perry. Banna finds Allen.
Over to Allen.
She's tried to play Wells in, but she's going to go on her own.
Oh, come on. Let's daggone.
That was
unfortunate.
Good job coming off her line there. McClavic cut that angle down, forced it into a more difficult shot. The post was her friend, and it remains 2-0. But a nice play there from Allen. Franklin County continues to put some pressure on these Panthers.
Collection by Taylor. Taylor to Parker. Parker to Harris. That's a little short. And here comes Audrey Wells tracking it down.
She is going to shield it out for a throw-in.
Once again, a nice throw in there.
Frankfort High is trying to make something out of nothing, but Monin plays it back to Manley, and she just clears it wide. But that's probably the first time we've seen Frankfort High be able to connect a couple passes there in their own half. They've just really been under pressure a lot, and then you get a bad throw in.
Didn't have enough people up top. They was working on her own there for a little bit. You need to get them to push up a little bit stronger next time they do something like that.
It's hard, you know, you push forward and the field becomes so much more spread, and then you're susceptible to a counterattack, and Franklin County has the speed on the wings to do that.
Yes, sir.
Wells again. Back to Monin. She's looking out wide here to Haviland Harris.
Got Grace Parker.
Grace Parker picks up the loose ball, and this is Allen. Good step by Perry. Harris is going to go back to Monin. Will she go all the way back? She will.
Drop it back to Manley. Manley plays it to the center. Got Emily Allen to Avery. Back to Allen.
Allen's got a little space out here. Banta on the ball.
One to beat.
She's going to go wide. She's created a little space. Gets her head up.
Oh.
Good defending there by Perry.
No one in the center there to collect that for her. And got Wells charging the ball there too, trying to.
I tell you, I know I mispronounced her name, but she does Callie Perry does a really nice job at that center back. She reads the game real well, knows when to kind of come out of that central role.
And I think Franklin County's got a little bit of a mismatch on this, and they maybe need to change up defenders a little, or change up their lineup just a little bit, and throw her off her game a little bit.
Looks like Franklin County is going to bring in Dummett. She's going to replace Allison Wells.
Number 15 again for Frankfort High.
Yeah, that was Mueller.
And Allison Wells will take the bench for Franklin County.
So we're going to get to see Dummett's wheels over here on the near side. Good move there by Wells. She probably got fouled.
Did you see that?
She probably got fouled, but she's a tough cookie.
Yeah, she don't take a lot.
Any of these, you know, all three of those girls, they've come back from a lot worse than a kick in the shin.
Yes, sir, they have. And actually, Audrey, the night they played Great Crossings, you should have seen her leg. She had some
bruises.
She's pretty modest. She ain't going to tell nobody, but she was pretty hurt. She got beat up a little bit, but she's out there working hard. She
definitely is, and we've mentioned her name several times. This is her sister, Mo Wells.
Got Emily Allen on the ball here. We got a shot. Oh, just hits the crossbar.
If we were playing the crossbar game, she would have two.
It's a nice look, nice shot there. Just unfortunate to hit the crossbar.
Allen already has one on today, but she's looking for a brace.
I've never understood why they've called it the brace.
We were talking about that the other night. Ashley Gritton and I were doing a Frankfort High game.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, like, you know, it's only a soccer thing.
Yeah, but
know?
I mean, was it derived from somewhere else? Is it a
I'm sure it has a reason.
acronym for something else? Yeah.
I probably need to do some research.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, just a little bit too much on the pass there.
Collected by McClavic. Bounces over the first. But is this Sanford?
Avery Sanford coming up in the backfield with the ball.
She's
able to take on
Mo
just
Wells
about
out
any.
wide. She gets to the right. This could
Mo,
be
it's a shot.
trouble, and it is.
It is. Goal, Mo Wells.
That was a good ball out wide from Avery Sanford to Mo Wells. Mo Wells cut it inside to her right foot, picked out her spot, and puts it in the back of the net.
Nice finish by Mo Wells there.
So Franklin County Flyers.
McClavic's no slouch in the goal
No.
either. She's a heck of a goalie, and she's made some phenomenal stops today already.
So we got 21-23 on the clock here at Sower. Flyers take a 3-0 lead. We're back in play.
Nice cut there by Haviland Harris. Got Haviland Harris coming up midfield here.
Good run. Annabelle Young comes over just to knock her off her momentum there.
Audrey.
Guess who?
Yeah, Audrey not only got the ball first time, she also made the play on the second.
She finds her sister, who plays that back to Sparks. Good switch here to Parker. She's got her head up. She's going to cut it back. Trying to find Mo Wells. Good. That's a really nice pass. Is that Allen?
Yeah.
She's slow to get up, but might have been a little overpassing there. They had 2 or 3 chances to get a shot on frame.
Yeah, they should have taken the first touch on that one for sure, instead of letting it go so many times.
It's a clearance off Parker, but Audrey Wells is there. She's got Dummett out wide here, and that's a good ball.
Got Dummer tracking it down.
She's going to track it down with that speed of hers.
Oh, nice ball.
That's a good ball to Banta, who one-times it.
Little to the right there.
She's going for a Galazzo there.
Yeah, she had good pace on the ball. And
that's a really nice job by Dummett, though, to get her head up. She picked out Banta.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, Dummett's she's going to be one to watch for sure. Not sure what's going to happen with Franklin County soccer, girls soccer next year. They're losing 10 seniors like they are.
They've had, I guess, 3 really good classes in a row, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because last year you graduated Kennedy Wells, which was one of your top goal scorers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you had Addison Gatewood, correct?
Yeah, Addison
really solid defender.
Yep.
And now, was the year prior to that, was that when, you had Bug and –
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That was a really solid class,
Haley Allen.
Haley Allen, Chickens.
Clements, Maddie Clemens. Just a lot of really good players. And Maddie Hurst, too, which was a solid defender.
Now, Ingrid had an older sister, too, correct? Olivia?
Olivia Haig, yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, Taylor with the shot. Turns around right into a defender.
So Sethman's 3 straight years here, he's had really solid classes. A little foul there from behind.
Yeah, it looks like Audrey Wells committed a foul here, and Frankfort High to take the free kick.
I think it's
that'd be interesting to see that if they did a free kick like this, what you're talking about. So they would just tap it.
She would effectively tap it to herself and go.
Okay, so are they going to play the 10-foot? Are they going to play the 10-yard rule?
They would.
All right, so they're going to. All right.
Oh.
So I just wonder if they were going to implement that, and because surely the first time someone does that, they're going to be guarding them.
No, there would still be a 10-foot rule, is my understanding, but I don't know. Just because they're considering it doesn't mean they'll make the rule change. But
right.
I just thought they were interesting. This is a good individual run. This is Allen.
Oh, with a shot.
And she does
did
not hit the post this time.
She did all that work herself, deserved that goal, and she did a fantastic job on it by Emily Allen there. Chicken. Nice goal there.
So that's 2 pretty quick goals there.
Brings us to 4-0 on these.
4-0. We got about 17 and a half left. And it looks like Allen will take a quick break here after scoring. That's her second goal on the afternoon.
Yeah, I'd almost want to Google why they call them 2 goals there.
You're going to try to figure it out now,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
Well, now they would say she's sitting on a hat trick.
Yeah.
She just needs one more.
Yes, sir.
Which I don't know what sitting on. Good interception there. Sanford again. She's on a thought for a moment about going alone.
Got Mo.
And that's going to be a foul.
I thought that'd be a foul there on Young.
She was just a little late to that tackle.
Like a foul on.
It looks
Frankfort
like
High. Banta to take the kick.
Taylor is.
Yeah. That's awful loud.
Two-man wall again. Can she get it around that wall?
Oh,
she does.
That's it.
That's a wonderful individual strike. She's got a good little dance to go along with it.
She's a knucklehead.
She's a lot like her father in that way, I think. But really nice individual free kick there from Taylor Banta. Able to bend it around the wall into that far post. Nothing McClavitt could do about that.
No, that was a good strike.
And now we are at 5-0. Unfortunately, I think fatigue is setting in for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're starting to wear them down a little bit, and it's understandable. I mean,
it's hard to defend for an entire game.
It is, and those girls have worked their butts off, and you got to give them credit too, because there's been a couple of them out there that just really put in the effort.
And there's been a lot of them out there that haven't gotten a break. So
Haviland Harris there makes it splits defenders.
She's
shot almost by Harris. Oh, Grace
Parker?
Parker with the shot. Yeah, just collected a little slow pace on the ball there. If she got a little bit more foot on that, she'd have probably had that in there.
Margie Walters out wide, trying to find Sawyer Shaw, but Haviland Harris steps in, finds Sanford, who finds number 29, who's I think new check in here.
We got Taylor playing up the top here.
She's trying to go for her brace. Ooh. Good save by McClavitt.
That was a very good save by McClavitt there.
Looks like Izzy Powell, number 29, has checked into the match. She's sitting right in front of the 2 center backs in that center defensive mid role that Audrey Wells has played for most of the game.
She's taking a little bit of break and rightfully deserved. Izzy's no slouch either. Izzy will get in there and get in the mix with them too. She's a good little player.
Monin will take the free kick here. She'll play short
to Allison Wells.
Out wide to Parker. She's trying to get around the edge. Good defending there from Shaw.
Oh.
And Annabelle Young, she stepped in front of Wells there to clear it for a throw-in.
Got Haviland Harris up top there. Got Allison Wells with the shot.
Good left-footed strike,
that
just
was
wide.
A good left-footed shot there. When you got a player that can shoot with both feet like that, that's hard for a goalie to stomach, because I mean they never know from which angle it's coming from. So
completely agree.
Yeah. And that's what we miss about Ingrid Haig so much, because Ingrid Haig has a rocket from her left foot.
And she played that outside back position a lot, but she would get in the attack. So just because she lined up as a defender didn't mean she wasn't going to be part of the goal scoring.
Miss that kid being on the team right now. I miss her playing. And I know she does too. It just tears her up to not be in the mix. Actually, she the other night at the Crossings game, that she said, "Coach, put me in. I can play." Yeah.
Now, did she have to have surgery, or do you know? I know sometimes that collarbone, if it depending on the break.
I think that it's set. They were able to set it.
They were able to set it.
Yeah, and they with it being a compounded break like it was, being broken to two different spots, that they were able to set it pretty easily. Ball was just a little bit too much pace.
On the Frankfort High side, Reed McClavick, who was a big soccer player.
Oh, yeah, Reed's a great
stud.
player.
We got a stoppage in play here. I think we're going to get I don't know if we're going to get a stern talking to or a card.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Perry is jogging off the field.
So if she's leaving the field, then that would be a card. Then
I think.
You'd think.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Or
maybe she took I think maybe she took a little collision there.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I missed that completely.
Yeah, it looks like the trainer's running over to check on her. She's on her feet.
And who is that again?
That is Callie Perry.
Callie Perry. I'll be darned. She's definitely been an asset to their game today. Got Haviland over to Grace Parker. Grace Parker back to Haviland Harris. Harris takes a fall but regains her footing there, and looks like they're changing it up a little bit. They're putting some of their defenders up top, give them a chance to score. So we did that with Emily Monin the other day, and it was fun to watch.
They get stuck doing the dirty work in the back a lot. So this is Wells, Allison Wells. She's got one to beat. Can she beat? Can't quite get around the corner.
Oh, nice stick.
I think that's her and Annabelle. That's a good battle. Vanna slid in there.
Oh, nice stop there by Powell.
That's Powell. Frankfort High will just try to play it over the top and catch their breath. But Franklin County is back on the attack. This is Powell with a little space. She's got Harris to her left. She chooses Banta instead.
Allison Wells back to Banta again. Played over the top a little bit.
She plays it back to Wells, who takes a first-time strike. McClavick will collect it there before it goes out for a goal kick. That was Mueller. Good fight there with Powell.
Got Allison Wells with the ball in the midfield here.
She's got a little space here. She's got Banta on her right.
She tried to get it through.
It deflected to her sister on the left side.
Taylor's on the run. Oh, stay away from that.
You got to be careful, yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay away from that.
You expect that goalkeeper to try to dive and collapse on that. So she did a good job of jumping out of the way.
Yeah,
saved herself and the keeper probably.
Yes, sir.
Don't want to see anybody get hurt. No, districts start Monday night. So you want to just get out of this game. You've got a 5-0 lead.
I didn't see
this is Mo Wells. She looks for Banta first time.
Ooh.
Banta has been all over the place here in the second half, but hasn't been able to just get that strike.
McClock's all over it.
But some of her teammates have been able to hit the back of the net. So
I didn't see the substitution come in for Anne Marie Bentley. She's in the game and playing.
Where's she
defense
at? Left back.
Yep, left back.
All right. Hopefully we'll get a good look at her here in a little bit. Looks like Coach Stuffin's got another sub. So I figured with a 5-0 lead, he might try to take some of these more important players. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You don't want anybody to get a card. Something like that happen. This is Banta, little space. She finds a little sliver. She takes a shot, but it's just wide. That's been the theme for her.
Yeah, it's been her MO, hasn't it? Substitution in for Franklin County. You've got Emily Allen and Kaylin Lee, number 30. That's the first time we've seen her on the field today.
So you said Anne-Marie Bentley and Lee. So those are two new substitutions for the Flyers. Ball out here to Graham. Her touch lets her down. This is Grace Parker. She's got Wells in front of her. Tried to cut it back. Good step from Young there.
Oh, good stop by Sparks.
That was a good stop. But Young is able to recollect. Try to play Graham.
Emily Monin there. Get the stop there. Over to Emily Allen.
She going to try to go for that hat trick.
Emily Allen to Lee.
McClovic picks it up. She will look to punt.
Oh, just a miss by Powell a little bit there.
It's all right, though, when you've got a couple center backs of quality of Sanford and Monin.
Yeah.
Or Monin. I pronounce her name wrong a lot.
Oh, you're fine.
Probably should just stick with E-Ray, right?
Yeah, it's an easier one.
It's a good idea there from Allen trying to play Wells in. Now, I'll age myself a little bit here. Not too bad, but I had Chicken's older sister, Haley.
Haley Allen.
Haley was quite a center back. She's up at Midway, I think.
Yes, she's playing Midway College.
Bill Schneider he and I coached a group of girls. We had quite a few.
Frankfort Fury.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better group of girls. I know that 03 group that Taylor was on was super solid and you guys made some runs, but you had the likes of Attell Nafor, Quinn May, Ashley Chindo, who moved on to Henry Clay and had a great career. You know, you had Kayla Schneider and Haley Allen. Maddie Hurst. You know, we had Bug.
Clemens,
you know, that's where it's funny. I made nicknames for all of them.
And, well, you had who was the she's playing for Georgetown now. She just transferred. God, who is that? I can't remember who it is right now. But she was on that team, too. There was a lot of quality players for sure on that team.
I'll never forget that night. My wife and I had just got married, and I was living over in Crestwood Subdivision, and Steve Fouts calls and says, hey, man, would you want to coach? I'd coached a little bit. You know, I've always loved soccer.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what do you got for me? And he goes, U9 girls. And I was like, I don't know if I can coach girls. But I got to be honest, it's one of my I coached them for, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And they were a great group of kids, and they were talented too. And
it is a joy coaching them. I coached these girls for a little while too with Fury. In this age group, this actual set of girls here for a while. A lot of them in rec too.
I miss the fact that we don't have a club. I think that's why, you see our numbers down on the boys' side a little bit.
Oh, the girls' numbers are hugely down. We this year we didn't have a single girl come up that from 8th grade that was going to make the team or even be on the team, and it doesn't look like there's any coming up next year either. With the select program like it is in Frankfort right now, it does definitely.
It's really hard. It's really hard because you don't have as many kids that are willing to drive 30 to 45 minutes for a club experience.
Yep.
I think that Frankfort could definitely. I think we could handle a youth academy. Maybe U10 up to U11.
Yeah. And
you would build a base for these kids. If they're good enough and they have a desire to play club, then you have a lot of club opportunities.
We had a substitution on the field for Franklin County. We had Dummett come back in, and this young lady here too, number 30. Is that 37? Yeah, number 37, which is Haley Castillo.
So you got 2 new outside backs. This is Bentley right here. Her first touch that I can recall. She connects with trying to find Allen. Ball roll out here for a throw in. Castillo will take the throw in. We got under 5 minutes left here, folks. 5-0. I want to take a second here before we end and just thank our sponsors one more time. Charles T. Mitchell, Traditional Bank. We're very thankful for both of those partnerships. We also partner with Bluegrass Energy, and we've been sharing some highlight packages online. So if you find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, we do Instagram because we hear that's where the kids are.
Yeah, exactly. Every time they get something and the adults take it over, then they move on to something else.
Facebook is dead.
No, that's old people stuff.
And that's really old people. Twitter, most of the kids don't do.
Not anymore. Yeah, not like they used to, yeah.
But anyways, find us, and then we also upload them to YouTube. So you can go to our YouTube channel.
Got number 3 coming in here for Franklin County too.
That is Harris?
No, number 3. Let's see. Oh, maybe this Harris. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
not Haviland Harris.
No,
but
that's yeah.
Lorray
Harris. It looks like. Yep.
But anyways, we'll share. We're definitely going to have some power plays from the game today. A couple really nice strikes. One that you'll be keeping an eye out for, I think, from your daughter Taylor.
Yeah. Well, a lot of misses too, so I'll make sure we point those out to her.
That's the job of a coach / dad. That's Harris right there. He plays the ball in.
Picked up by Lee.
That was Dummett that got a shot there, but couldn't quite get the power that she wanted. Klavic will punt. Monin plays wide here to Sanford. She's got Bentley out wide. She'll play her. Actually, that's not Bentley anymore, I don't think.
No, she's not out there anymore.
She was playing that.
Audrey's back out there.
Audrey's playing that left fullback role now.
Yep.
Throw in looking for her sister. Frankfort High will try to clear. Audrey Wells will bring it back.
Back out to Allison Wells.
Good little step there. Yeah. I think that's Sawyer Shaw. She'll just clear.
Over to Emily Allen, or Emily Monin. Monin or Wells to Allen, rather. Hey, they should have a run right there.
E-Ray will come over and just clear it out for a Frankfort High throw-in. We're down to 1:30 here. This is the last regular season game for Franklin County. They'll head into districts. It looks like Monday night they'll have a showdown with Western Hills. They get a chance for a little revenge.
A little redemption, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a close game. I know E-Ray was a little banged up. Your goalie was banged up, so should set up to be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Frankfort High will move on to face Great Crossing, which is going to be a big mountain for them to climb. Good
nice
defending there.
Looks like a corner kick.
It is going to be a corner kick.
Got about 45 seconds left. Should be able to get this off with no problem.
38 seconds. This could be our last play here. Young plays it right in the mix. Not quite cleared, but I think Wells is going to be able to.
Oh, we got somebody in the middle there. Play it there.
It's good to see Perry back in the game. You know, she took a little shot there earlier. We're down to 13 seconds. Wells took that from 118 to the other 18. And got a shot off, but McClavic there for the save. And that is going to do it here at Sower Soccer Complex. Franklin County Flyers end their regular season and district play with a 5-0 win. Todd, I appreciate you joining me this
appreciate
afternoon.
the opportunity. And
It's good to be here. We wish you guys luck next week in districts.
I appreciate that, and they're going to need it. And once again, get the word out there, everybody. Bluegrass Sports Network is a great thing. And,
we'll just put a last little plug here for us is find us on – we have a website. It's kybsn.com, kybsn.com. You can we've created pages for each of the schools. So you can at the top you can say Find My School, and it's got a Franklin County page, Western Hills page, Frankfort High page, and Anderson County page.
Fantastic.
And that has just games that involve your school. So it might be soccer, it might be football. And then you can also search by sport if you want. And like I said, we're also in the process of we'll have a highlight section soon. We're in the process of doing that.
See, that would be great for a lot of the kids, too, that don't get a chance to, and they want to go to college, and they haven't had a chance to have their family recorded and stuff, too. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, and we've had grandparents from Pennsylvania. We've had grandparents from Florida. We've had extended family. We had someone from Germany the other night.
Wow.
We don't even know who it is, but we got a sign, and we've had folks from Iowa. So we thank you for joining us on the Bluegrass Sports Network. For Bo Craycraft, I'm Bo Craycraft. For Todd Banta, we appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you at our next stream.